Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Into this one, Lisa into the top, or rather, Gwen into the top lane, Lisa into the jungle.
Set in the mid lane.
Set in the mid lane. That's where we eventually we said it together. We got it with all these flavors.
That's it here, but there is of course the threat of the dive with Fly. If they're trying to push the lane, and let's see, the teleport will come in. A 4v3 under the turret. Nice engage from Effort, but the face breaker comes in from Fly, and they're able to line up one kill. Can they make it two? The answer is no, as the haymaker doesn't quite land, but there's so many minions here. The way they slow push this means that this dive is going to have so much value. As down will go Fate, and down will go Prince. That's going to be a 3-for-0. Extremely clean on the dive. They did not rush anything. As the top laner, when the bottom side of the map just gets a perfect dive and gets 3 kills, you're like, okay, as long as I don't feed, we win, you know? Yep. It's kind of that level. You know, in proper Keen fashion. He's keeping up here in the early game, and in fact putting a lot of pressure on the Summit. So put on the pressure, and he's got Dread heading up to the top side. Little does he know, there is Krako in the jungle as well. As here comes the Rise now on top of Keen. We got a teleport coming in, and Keen will be able to survive. Can we get the turn here? The set ultimate into the wall, and Fate just pops like a balloon. And that teleport was massive. Nice follow-up engage here from Fly. Although Effort now is coming on up. We got Meganar coming in as well. Big knock-up as the damage is coming through here from the side of Liiv SANDBOX. The follow-up is fantastic, as even Prince gets in there with his true shot barrage and is able to turn this one around finally for Liiv SANDBOX.
Yeah, Leo's going to get a turret down here with all the plays. I mean, Summit on the Gnar, you trust that as Liiv SANDBOX. This game could definitely flip on its head very quickly.
Krako's gonna spot Dread, and if a root comes in here, okay, he's got a stopwatch. Krako even flashes in. That stopwatch gets so much value, baits Effort into a wrong spot, and the rest of his team is not able to follow up. Dread stole my heart tonight.
It's the night of Lee Sin, Valdez. It's not about the set anymore.
And that's gonna open up this Drake for them. That's the third Drake. We were looking for a really close fight on this one, but it did not come through. A little bit more reactive and can definitely set up huge burst potential plays onto aggressive, engaging enemy champions. We're definitely going to see that, especially if he can continue to get some free farm and scale up. You know, if this game goes to 30 minutes, there's certainly a chance for Gnar or Meganar, something like that. As here we go, the engage comes in, trying to get into that back line. As tons of damage is coming out, Fly gets a big engage as well, a huge haymaker. Prince gets some room. And you can see Summit over the wall is actually kiting them out really well, as this is a close one. Look at Prince as well on the bottom side, trying to kite them out. He's got the Rise on top of him as well. And Afreeca overextend here, as Dread is able to get the one Udyr, but that is it.
I feel like I gotta do the finger wag and say, I warned you, Afreeca fans, that this might happen. The extended fight, Prince gets some room, like you said. He's got the Rise there to help peel for him. He does a ton of damage in this fight. Effort has a huge knock-up too, and once that knock-up hits, you have to be so respectful of the positioning of the Rise, because if he stops you from going in, it is just so hard to win that longer fight, and you never get out.
It's just a massive team fight now. Liiv SANDBOX want to be the ones that are engaging. They have some room as the ultimate goes down on a Fate, but he's just machine gunning on the bottom side, and a massive Gnar into the wall. This time around, Prince has a lot more aggression onto him, but it just does not matter, as he has the Glacial Shroud after taking down the Baron. Liiv SANDBOX, they have taken off out of the atmosphere right now. They are so far ahead now in this game in the span of like 2 minutes.
It's a huge turn. And we talked about the items that start to come online. You start to become extremely powerful. Keen even has to walk away here. This fight was won by Summit though, 100%. His big Gnar was massive, that actually gave a lot of space and did tons of damage to the other side of the fight.
Keen.
He's dead.
Well, buddy, I know you're frustrated, but you're not gonna save this turret, and you are just gonna give another free kill over, unfortunately.
During Baron buff, at 24 minutes into the game, we're not talking about early game anymore. We're not talking about small advantages. We're talking about a team that has now taken a massive gold lead, not just a little one.
Just gives this. You get the Gnar as well.
They prioritize the Gnar, which feels like, okay, well now we've got some answers potentially to that. We can maybe win the lane, but you don't end up having basically unwinnable for Afreeca now.
Yeah, maybe if they were able to win that team fight on the Mountain Drake, but even then, I mean, they were coming online. Liiv Liiv SANDBOX. And it happened a little bit sooner than Afreeca would have liked. We see that Keen, he's going for alternative methods in this game. Obviously, taking the first 3 Drakes on the map means that you're in no danger of losing the Soul anytime soon. I mean, the Mountain Soul will be taken by Liiv SANDBOX if it does get taken in 15 minutes, right? So
yeah, I don't think it's going to get taken this game. For them, anyway.
10, 15 minutes, you have a lot of time to just wait. And
that is a check on the Baron, see if it was going to be a trade because they didn't have any vision. That's one thing Afreeca have really done a great job of here, is to deny that vision, partly because Keen went over there to help set that up, used his sweeper, but now he's going to go back and he's on the defense where you can actually go golden and then, you know, a Rise can help you clean up. I mean, this is just going to be a super fast Baron here. Dread checks the brush, but he's not going to be able to jump on the Baron now.
Let's see it, Dread. Let's see it. Can you do it? They say, nope, we don't want to flip. No flips for us. We can just turn it. And they got Summit on the top side. That is big damage coming out already, although Keen is trying to trade here front line. Trying to get onto Effort as a big knockup comes in. Fly is going to get isolated, and down he will go. The amount of damage that is coming out from the Rise and the Ezreal right now is way too much. Scrocco's able to come in and get the flash stun down. Keen is going like 1v4 in the back line, getting some room now for Leo. And it might not matter because Summit is so huge, but now with Dread, as Prince is trying to kite it out, at the end of the day, the answer is going to be no. The Wallets will clamp down and smack all of the members of Afreeca down into the ground. It was close. That was a nice little try. But at the end of the day, Liiv SANDBOX just way too far ahead in this game.
After games 1 and 2, I never thought I'd see an Ezreal chase down a Lee Sin. With the Lee Sin is healthier than the Ezreal when the moment it happens, but it does not matter. This is a perfect game for Summit, by the way, 6-0 and 9. Almost 100% kill participation. What a fantastic player for this squad on the Gnar. More teams need to be banning this in first ban phase, because if he gets it, they build a comp around it. They build a comp around that Ezreal scaling, and it is just so hard to come back.
Coming in 5 seconds away. So even without the Baron, they can just go ahead and push on into this one. 5 members of Afreeca are up, though. You can, you know, with Rise Ezreal, as long as you don't get engaged upon, you can throw out boomerangs as well. You can always threaten this. Safe play is to just back away, take the Drake, and threaten on Baron once again. Trying to just roll it back off of the successful fight you had the last time around.
It's the plan, that's the game move here. And I mean, Seeker's Arm Guard armor, he has GA. He's going to have 3 Mountain Drakes now. So good luck again killing Prince here.
You know what's better than making the decision is buying both, actually. GA and Zhonya's. Will it happen? Okay, so Afreeca's trying to flip it over the Baron. Maybe this is how they get back here. Scrocco is so tanky right now. As Summit gets into the back line, a massive wallop in there as he is still alive for so long, and he's got the GA as well. We're not going to see the sustain this time out of Keen, I don't believe. The knockup comes in. That is going to be the clean ace. And Liiv SANDBOX with a huge performance here in Game 3. They will be able to take down Afreeca in a huge win tonight.
Love to see the tombstone flash there. That is rest in peace. Afreeca's composition fell apart at the end of the mid-game. The era of the Ezreal Rise came to pass here. Liiv SANDBOX with a great start to their draft. The answers meta-wise came out from Liiv SANDBOX. They had the Kalista, they had the early game control, they wanted to skirmish, and not only did they do so,